So let's jump back into this and spin the wheel to see what deck we're playing in the next league. Oops All Spells. All right, so this is Oops All Spells, and the idea is this is once again a deck that has no lands in it technically, because all the lands are the modal double-faced cards, so you can win with Belcher. But the other way that you win is Undercity Informer, which pay 1, sacrifice, target player reveals cards from the top until they reveal a land and then put all of them in their graveyard. And Balustred Spy, which does the same thing but is a triggered ability. So you target yourself, you mill your entire deck over because technically none of these cards are lands on their front face. And then the following will happen. So Narcomoeba will hit the graveyard and trigger. It will return to the battlefield, and then you have Sword of the Meek, 3 copies in the deck. So all of the swords will return and attach themselves to Narcomoeba. Then you have Salvage Titan. So you can exile 3 artifacts from the graveyard to return Salvage Titan from the graveyard to your hand, if you don't already have Salvage Titan there. So you're going to exile 3 of whatever artifacts from here you milled over, return it to your hand, and then you can sacrifice 3 artifacts rather than pay for it. So the 3 swords that you have, you can sack to the Salvage Titan. Now, since this turn you just milled your deck over with either Undercity Informer or Balustred Spy, Salvage Titan is now the second creature that you're casting this turn, which means you'll trigger all the Vengevines in your graveyard to return. And additionally, you have 4 Creeping Chills in your deck. So, if you can't Belcher your opponent, that combo should be enough to kill them, via 12 from Creeping Chill and then 4 each from Vengevine. Now, if all of that isn't good enough to kill your opponent, you also have Thassa's Oracle and Memory's Journey. So, you can mill over everything, and then Memory's Journey, Thassa's Oracle back into your deck, and then draw Thassa's Oracle and win the game. Or, if you have Unearth in your hand, just unearth Thassa's Oracle. If you're missing a color, because you need to have green to flashback Memory's Journey and you don't have green, you can fix the colors with Jack-o'-lantern from your graveyard. And additionally, if for whatever reason there are cards in your hand that you need to be in your graveyard, you have Phantasmagorian, which can discard 3 cards to return itself from your graveyard to your hand. So if you're missing, if you have like Vengevines in your hand or something and you just need them in the graveyard, Phantasmagorian can be activated from the graveyard to do that. The rest of the deck has basically all of these as the lands in the deck, which is all of the Bolt Yourself lands. You also have 4 Mana Rocks and Talisman of Hierarchy and 4 Mana Rocks and Pented Prism to get going faster. And then there's also Hagra Mauling as another modal double land. And then in the sideboard, you have Leyline of Sanctity, Fragmentize, Pact, Grief, and Prismatic Ending. So without further ado, let us jump into a league with Oops All Spells. All right, so we're on the play, right? No, we're on the draw. And we have land, we have Narcomoeba in hand, which is a problem. We don't have any of our actual engines, so this hand is a mull. All right, we've got land, Pented, Talisman, Balustred Spy. So I can keep this. And then I'll put Vengevine back in the deck. Keep, put back Vengevine. Done. So I probably need to stop on my own upkeep so that I don't die to drawing. All right. Well, probably Hammer. That's going to be somewhat of an issue. All right, let's just play this tapped past the turn. This has to enter tapped, so maybe I just play this tapped first. Okay, so play this tapped. Go. All right, we got to make it to turn 4 and not lose to the Hammer deck. Or I guess turn 3 with Pented Prism. Land, Elspeth Sentinel, Giver of Runes. All right, we haven't been hammered yet. Esper attacks us to 19. All right, so Shock in turn Timber Symbiosis, or Bolt in turn Timber Symbiosis, play Pented Prism, and then I can't pay for the Esper Sentinels, so they'll both trigger, and then pass back to the opponent. They also have a lot of blockers in play, so it's possible Vengevine won't kill them. All right, they're just going to attack. All right, good. So they have this, and a Construct to block. Another Esper Sentinel. All right, well, go to our draw. So let's just bolt this in, and then cast Balustred Spy. All right, target us. All right, entire deck gets milled over. Then resolve all of these chills. So, yeah, use the ability. All right, we're up to 23. Our opponent is at 8. Narcomoeba triggers. Put Narcomoeba into play. All the swords trigger. Yield all the swords. Yep, bring the sword back, bring the sword back, bring the sword back. Then I need to, where's Salvage Titan? Exile 3 random artifacts from the graveyard, then cast by sacking all of these swords. All the Vengevines trigger. All right, and then Salvage Titan resolves, and then we will attack with all the Vengevines, although they're not quite dead yet. Swing, 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 swing. So then they block everything, they take 4, All right, they have conceded to this. All right, against Hammer, I guess I want Fragmentize, Prismatic, and that's it. And then what am I cutting? Belcher's kind of slow, but they're undoubtedly going to bring Artifact Hate in, or Graveyard Hate in, rather. So let's see, I can cut Sphere. Let's cut one of the Sphere of the Suns. Let's cut what else? How many lands do I have technically? So I have 22 lands. I can cut a land, maybe another land, and then one of the Belchers. That's probably fine. All right, game 2 on the draw against Hammer. All right, let's see. I have 2 lands and nothing else. So I don't have any ramp. Yeah, let's mull this. It's 1 land and a ramp spell. I need to mull that too. All right, land, ramp spell. So keep this, put back Vengevine. Done. Opponent plays Ornithopter, Sigarda's Aid. All right. The race is on. Play a tap land. Pass it back. Plays Esper Sentinel. And then just passes? All right. Well, we're going to blow up Sigarda's Aid. So bolt this in. Play Talisman of Hierarchy. Esper Sentinel draws them a card. And then fragmentize Sigarda's Aid. All right. And now we just need to... If we draw a land, we can go off immediately. If we don't, then I can just play Undercity Informer and pass the turn. Sanctifier on Vec. Ooh. So let's see, that stops Salvage Titan from coming back. Okay, it stops Salvage Titan from coming back, which means I don't get a second cast. Ooh, Prismatic Ending. All right, well, yeah, Prismatic this, black, white, finish, and then pay the Sentinel ability. All right, pass it back. All right, we take down to 13 from the Sentinel. Opponent plays Stoneforge, grabs Hammer. Ooh, drawing another Vengevine's bad. Well, let's just run out Informer. Opponent plays the Hammer. Opponent plays Pithing Needle. I assume they'll name this. Yep. Well, there's Balustred Spy, so I still need to draw another land, so let's just pass it back. Opponent plays Pure Steel, and then they hammer up a guy. Hammer the Stoneforge. Swing with just Stoneforge. So let's see. Even if I block this, it's more damage next turn. So is there a reason to block, or should I just not block? If I draw a removal for this, then I won't have Undercity Informer in play, so yeah, I'll just take it. All right. I do need life for the lands, don't I? That would have been a reason to block too. Well, there's Talisman. And now it doesn't matter because I play the Talisman and then they just attack with everything and I cannot block lethal. All right, on to game 3. So let's see. This is probably still fine. So let's run this back. All right, on the play. We have land, only 2 lands. All right, mulligan. All right, 2 lands with 2 things, or no, multiple lands with multiple things. I don't have a payoff though, right? So basically I need to draw Undercity or Balustred Spy or Charbelcher, and if I don't draw any of those, I can't actually do anything. I do have the ability to ramp and then play Prismatic on whatever they play first. So I have 53 cards left in my deck, and I need to find 1 of 10 different cards. All right, let's keep this and put back Chill. I also have Shatter Skull Smashing in my hand that I am actually able to cast with Pented Prism. All right, tapped Seagate. Pass the turn. Seachrome Coast into Ginger Brute. Okay. I don't particularly care about killing Ginger Brute, so I don't think I have to Prismatic that right now. So let's just go Turn Timber, bolt this in, play Pented Prism, and then pass. Another land, Plains, plays Sanctifier on Vec. Yeah, so I need to Prismatic that. All right, we go down to 15. So then I go Talisman and Prismatic here, white, different color, then play this tapped and pass it back. Pure Steel Paladin. All right, take 1, go to 13 from Ginger Brute. There's Oracle, which I can cast. So let's just cast Creeping Chill. I think I needed to bolt last turn so I didn't have to activate the Pented Prism, so I'd have double red this turn, Shatter Skull these. Yeah, that is my bad. All right, so they grab a hammer. They don't have the artifacts to use it. All right, so we just take 3, go to 12. They're not even playing it, eh? Well, this is rough. So I think we just cast Oracle. Yeah, so cast Oracle, use the ability, put a card on top of your library, put on Balustred Spy, and then play Sword of the Meek, because why not? All right, so pass it back. So they have a hammer. So as long as they don't have Shadow Spear or 2 hammers, I can survive. There's the hammer. There's a second hammer. All right, so now they just hammer 2 different creatures, and then I can't block lethal. Yeah. Oh, what? They're hammering the same creature. Oh, is Ginger Brute unblockable? Can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste. All right, yeah, so we're dead. All right, wait. Yeah, we're dead. All right, they got us. On to round number 2. Yeah, so I screwed that up. I needed to just take damage off of the Talisman instead of removing a counter from Pented Prism, and then I would have had double red to cast Shatter Skull Smashing to kill both of them. All right, we have land, we have land, Sphere, Undercity Informer, but Narcomoeba's in the hand. Huh. It's still probably a keep though, right? Because I can win even with Narcomoeba in hand. All right, keep. We're on the draw. It happens, you're going into the deck's cold and you don't get repetitive practice. Yeah, but I even thought about it when I was doing it, and then it was one of those things where it's like I did it and then I realized immediately, like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. All right, play this tapped. Pass it back. Opponent, okay, we're playing Living End. Ooh, we're playing Living End. Okay, opponent shocks in Breeding Pool, cycles Striped Riverwinder. Well, we might be too slow. Cycles another Street Wraith. Land. Woof, we drew a tap land now. That's rough. All right, so bolt this in. Play Sphere of the Suns. Pass the turn. Opponent cycles Waker. Striped Riverwinder. All right, they do not have the Living End this turn, so they're cycling again. Cycle Oliphant for the third land. Steam Vent, tapped. All right. Whew, that's really rough. So even if I run out Undercity Informer now... All right, so I need to not do that. I guess I can do it, and then I have the more mana for Balustrade Spy next turn anyway. Yeah, right? So this comes in tapped. And I go Undercity Informer, they go Living End, cycle these. I lose the Informer. I guess it doesn't matter, right? So yeah, let's just play Undercity Informer. All right, pass it back. All right, Cascade. They're going to have so many blockers that we can't kill them with Vengevines. We're also, yeah, we also don't have the Narcomoeba either. They're at 12 though, yeah, but they have enough blockers to, no, they're at 13, so they're one short of Creeping Chills killing them. We just drew a chill as well. It's terrible. All right, so I have to set a stop on my upkeep. I have to cast Balustrade Spy now. I'm actually just dead on board. I Balustrade Spy. I can block one creature. All right, so let's just cast Balustrade Spy. All right, target us. All right, chill triggers, and then I can get Salvage Titan in my hand, but I can't play it. So yeah, I just have to pass. Oh, I can't even play Thassa's Oracle even if I journey it out of my graveyard, right? So I have to journey a blue land plus Oracle and then draw them one at a time. So we're just dead here, right? Do I even survive this board state? I block Striped Riverwinder and take 10, or no, I block this thing. All right, so they give that, and then we just block a Striped Riverwinder, and then I take lethal still, right? I haven't counted, but that looks lethal. Yeah, all right, so we're still dead. Okay, so what do I want? I definitely want Grief, Leyline of Sanctity to stop Endurance and their griefs. And then maybe I want Pact of Negation. They're going to play Subtlety and Force of Negation. I guess Force of Negation doesn't matter, but Subtlety does. So I need just like all the interaction possible. And then what the heck do I even cut? The Charbelchers are just too slow. We're never going to actually get that plan going. If they have, okay, so they also have, they may have Endurance or they may have Leyline of the Void. So if it's Leyline of the Void, I have to Fragmentize it. So I have to bring in Fragmentize. This is so much to cut. All right, cut this, Unearth, cut that. Perhaps overdoing it. Maybe I don't need all 4 pacts. Grief is a maybe, I guess. It doesn't really help if they Living End Grief back into play on our side. So let's just not play that. Let's cut a land. Another land, and then what? See, sometimes they play Leyline, sometimes they play Endurance, so I don't know which one is correct. I can't shave on Enablers. All right, I'm just going to say Charbelcher plan is not going to work. And what else? All right, another land. Submit. On the play, we have 2 land, 3, 4 lands, no Enablers, mull. That is just terrible as well. Still no Enablers, mull. All right, there's Balustrade Spy, so keep this, put this back, put this back. We only have 1 land, but mulling to 4 seems absolutely atrocious. So done, reveal Leyline. All right, play this, tapped, and then go ahead. And then we just need to draw a land. Wait, they're running Spire Bluff? Oh. Well, can't do anything. Go ahead. Cycle Striped Riverwinder. Play Steam Vents. Well, still haven't drawn a land. Pass it back. They cycle Ent. They cycle Striped Riverwinder. All right, and they're just cascading right now, and then they actually have pretty much lethal in play. That's 17. Yeah, all right, we're dead. 0-2, on to round number 3. All right, we are on the draw in round 3. Land, Oracle. We do have Balustrade Spy. We don't have black mana. All right, this is a mull. We do have black mana. We don't have an enabler. Yeah, mull. All right, so we have 3 lands, Pented. Yikes. All right, well, let's just... Okay, so we just need to find an enabler. So keep this, put Chill back, and put back Phantasmagorian. All right. So our plan is just land, Pented. Hopefully we draw an enabler. Well, we're playing against Tron. That doesn't bode well. All right, play this tapped. Go ahead. Map for the last Tron piece. And we're still a turn away from being able to even... Well, there's the enabler. So bolt this in. Play Pented Prism. And hopefully we get to go off next turn. Oh, Blue Tron. We're playing against Blue Tron, eh? So they can have counter spells like Remand and whatnot. Or Condescend. So they mapped for an island. Okay. So if I play Balustrade Spy right now and it gets remanded, that's fine. But if it gets condescended, that's not fine. But they're just going to keep playing lands next turn anyway. So I guess I just play this untapped. Let's play this untapped and then cast Balustrade. All right, does it get condescended or remand? Evoke Subtlety. All right, put this back on top. They exiled Cyclonic Rift. Omen of the Sea. All right, pass it back to them and then try to resolve it again next turn. Well, full Tron. Casting Repeal on Pented Prism. All right, and then they don't have blue mana up anymore, so let's bolt this in. Cast Balustrade Spy. All right, mill us all the triggers. Yield to all of the chills. All right, we got it. So versus Tron, I guess I want to play what? Fragmentize the hit map is okay, and then probably need Pact Negation to get through their counterspell turn. And then cut Unearth's not strictly necessary. Sphere, one land, Belcher, and the other Belcher. One of the other Belchers, and then what else? This kills map and whatever, and like Relic of Progenitus and whatever other permanent anti-graveyard cards they have. Maybe something like this will do. Wait, that was Tron? Yeah, that was Blue Tron. All right, let's run this back. I never know what to cut here because so many of the cards are integral to the combo. So I feel like the only cards you can cut are Unearth, and then like shave on a rock, shave on a land, shave on Belchers. Because you can't get rid of any of the necessary combo pieces. What Tron deck plays the 2-mana blue enchantment? Apparently they're playing Omen of the Sea. What Tron deck plays blue? Tron is green. Now we played Blue Tron on here. It didn't go well, but it exists. Never heard of Blue Tron. Man, Blue Tron is one of those decks that there's a certain niche dedicated audience for it. There's one player who made a 100-page primer on Blue Tron. I gotta look that up later. That primer is legendary, yep. All right, on the draw, game 2 against Mono Blue Tron. All right, so it seems like the opponent disconnected and has lost the match as a result. Unfortunate for them, but we will move on to round number 4. All right, round 4 on the play. We have no enabler in the hand. I'm pretty sure if you don't have an enabler in the hand, most of the time you have to ship it. So let's just mull this. Opponent revealed Gigantha. We have a Belcher and 3 lands. Gigantha could be a lot of things. So if we draw any 4th land, we can play Belcher. All right, let's keep this and put a chill back. All right, play this tapped and then just pass. Oh, we're playing Tron again, but probably regular Tron now. Well, there's the Unearth, even though Thassa's is in our hand. Although I guess we can Phantasmo. So, all right, play this tapped, pass it back. All right, so Tower. Well, let's just keep playing tap lands and hope our opponent doesn't have Karn the Great Creator. Pass the turn. Forest. All right, so there's still a turn off. Huh. They're just not going to play anything. All right. Well, let's just jam Belcher into play. Play this untapped, cast Belcher. Moxfield does play testing. I know you can draw sample hands with Moxfield. They have Beseiju. Interesting. And then we have no Beseiju lands in our deck, right? Yeah, okay. So, well, there goes our Belcher. So now we got to draw either another Belcher or one of the other mill payoffs. I know you can draw sample hands with Moxfield. There's the One Ring. They draw a card up to 5 cards. All right, well, we drew Narcomoeba, which is terrible. So just play Talisman of Hierarchy, pass the turn. Go ahead. I guess I should cycle Unearth, right? Yeah. So I'll just cycle Unearth before my turn. Ring draw. There's the Tron. So they have 9 mana. Opponent plays Karn the Great Creator. All right, float a mana. Opponent minuses. Grabs the Stone Brain. Yikes. All right, do they know what to choose? All right, Stone Braining us. What will they name? They're naming Belcher. Okay, that's fine. Why would they name Belcher? They already have Karn in play. If I was facing this deck, I would name probably Vengevine. All right, Ancient Stirrings. Or maybe just name Oracle. Or is this Tower revealed? All right, cycle Unearth. Oh, is it only 2 to cycle? I thought it was 3 to cycle. All right, well, we still don't have an enabler. Yep, still no enabler. So I guess just play land, Creeping Chill. Play this tapped, pass over to the opponent. Opponent taps for a Karn, liberated. Exiles one of our lands. All right, if they get Liquimetal and then Liquimetal us in upkeep, we lose. Liquimetal, yeah. So then they go Liquimetal and then do it in the upkeep. And then we just can't, and then we don't have enough mana to do anything. Oh, that's a lot of mana. Are they just not going to play Liquimetal this turn? No, they are playing Liquimetal. Relic of Progenitus, well, that's the killer right there. So even if we had an enabler, that's going to just kill us. I don't have double blue for Oracle, so... All right, what did that target? Well, we didn't draw an enabler anyway, so that is game. I guess it's... No, I have Pented Prism, and then I can't activate it anyway. Yeah, that's game. All right, Tron. I want to kill the map on turn 1. That's pretty much it. So cut Unearth, cut... Belcher's too slow most of the time, and then cut a land, or no, Seer of Suns, one of those. One of these lands. All right, submit. On the play, I probably just need to be more aggressive in my mulligans. We have only one land, otherwise this hand would be good, so we can't keep it. Mulligan. We have still only one land. Mulligan. Let's see, land, rock, no enabler. All right, mull to 4. All right, there's the enabler, so keep this, put back Salvage Titan. I have to put 3 cards back, so I only need land, pented. All right, play this tapped. Go ahead. This is a turn 3 kill, so let's hope that this works out. Power Plant, Chromatic Sphere. All right, bolt the land in. Play Pented Prism. Pass the turn back. Opponent cracks for green. Mine. Sylvan Scrying. All right, they have no more mana this turn. Hopefully that means we get there. Oh, we drew Sword of the Meek. All right, but we have another artifact in play. Okay. Balustrade Spy, target us. The triggers. All of the chills. All right, resolve Narcomoeba. Trigger the swords. Put the Narcomoebas back. Or put the swords onto the Narcomoeba. All right, Salvage Titan. Where is that? Salvage Titan. Exile random stuff I don't need. Cast Salvage Titan. Sack these 3. Trigger the Vengevines. Go to combat. Swing. All right, we won. Back to sideboards. So let's see. Unless I have exactly the untapped white land, I can't cast Prismatic or Fragmentize on turn 1, but otherwise, I think the same thing applies here. Am I supposed to put Grief into the deck to keep them off of whatever answers they have? What do I even cut for that if I do? Belcher's too slow. All right, run this back, I guess. Submit. Game 3 on the draw against Tron. All right, we have an enabler, we have a bunch of lands, and we have Pented Prism, so this should be good. It's a turn 3 kill. Power Plant. No actions. All right, play Seagate, tapped, pass the turn. Tower. Is this just natural Tron? Because they're not casting anything. All right, well, this one, and then play Pented Prism. Pass back. Natron. All right, what are we getting hit with now? The One Ring. Whew, not a problem. I guess it is a problem because I can't accelerate the Vengevines into their face, so I do have to wait a turn. Well, there's Balustrade Spy. I can Thoracle them, but not immediately. So I can just play Undercity Informer and then pop him. So let's see, I go, so Agadeem's, play this, shock, or bolt that in. Undercity, pop, mill everything, 3 chills go off, and then I can get the Vengevines back, but I can't actually kill them because of the ring trigger. So, and then I don't have a way to draw Thassa's Oracle right now. So I should just play Undercity and then just hold up the activation. All right, pass the turn. So ring trigger, they go 19. Draw with the ring. So what's devastating here? Ulamog, Relic of Progenitus, another tower, Worm Coil. All right, that's fine. The One Ring. So we can win with Oracle. They draw more with the ring. All right, I don't have to do this now, right? I just go my turn, mill everything. No, I have to do it now, right? Because I need to draw Oracle. So I go pop, mill everything, get back, put Memory's Journey in the graveyard, and then don't activate Pented Prism yet. So pop, have 1 counter on Pented Prism, mill everything, upkeep, use the green to put just Oracle back in the deck, untap, cast Oracle. Is there any reason to do it now versus on my upkeep? I guess I get more counters on Pented Prism if somehow this goes incorrectly. All right, so stop on upkeep. Sack target me using the black mana. All right, everything goes off. Stack all these triggers. Narcomoeba comes back. Get all the swords. And then where's Memory's Journey? Memory's Journey. Choose target card in their graveyard. Where's Oracle? Oracle. Pay green. All right, and then draw. Then play Oracle. All right, we got there. Took down Tron. On to the final round. Yeah, take that, Ring. Not that Thassa's Oracle isn't itself also a messed up card. All right, round 5 on the play with Oops All Spells. All right, we have 3 lands, City Informer and Belcher, 4 lands under City Informer and Belcher, keepable. Let's take this stop off. All right, play this tapped. Go ahead. Opponent plays a swamp, a snow swamp. Plays Cookbook. All right, our opponent's cooking. They are cooking. All right, just play this tapped, I guess. Pass it back. Discarding Oval Chase Daredevil. All right. So this is the black version of Asmo food. Thought sees us. So I guess they take if Informer because it's the fastest kill. Yep, they take Informer. All right, so now we have to get to turn 4 and play Belcher and activate Belcher. Opponent fetches Polluted Delta. Gets another swamp. Plays another Cookbook. Passes back to us. All right, put in another Seagate Resto. Tapped. Pass it back. At least they seem in no hurry whatsoever to kill us. Then they discard the Daredevil twice. Swamp Cycle Troll of Khazad-dûm. Play Asmo. Play another Cookbook. All right. Play another Oh no, activate the Cookbook for the Daredevil. So they're just going to put as many foods into play as possible. All right. Well, let's just play Char Belcher. Bolt ourselves, cast Belcher. Go ahead, opponent. And it looks like they cannot beat the Belcher, so we have won the game. So what am I putting in against them? I don't really care about Cookbook. I do care about hand disruption, so maybe ley lines. So ley lines, and then I'm not sure what else. If they're playing Cookbook, that doesn't necessarily mean they're playing other cheap artifacts. They appear to be mono black, so they're probably playing Relic of Progenitus or something. So cut Unearth, cut one of the Monarchs, one of the lands, one of the Belchers on the draw. All right. If they have Leyline of the Void, I need to deal with it. So let's bring in Fragmentize. And then what else do I cut? Maybe just 2 Leyline of Sanctities is fine. All right, submit. All right, game 2 on the draw. We have no enablers in hand in this, so this is a mull. Mull. All right, we have Balustrade Spy and 3 lands and Belcher, so keep this. Putting back Sword of the Meek is probably better than Vengevine. That might not be true. I can actually play the sword. All right, let's just put Vengevine back. I guess I do also have to play my lands as fast. I should play black lands first because they can actually Thoughtseize these out of my hand. Opponent fetches an Overgrown Tomb, so they're not mono black. Although the green could just be for like Haywire Might activations. Cookbook, pass to us. All right, play the black land first, then pass back. Thoughtseize us, so we'll take one of these, or Pented Prism, but probably one of these. They took Char Belcher, playing Urza's Saga. Nile Spellbomb. All right, so that takes care of our graveyard until we can find an answer for it. So let's play this, bolting ourselves, play Pented Prism, and then just pass it back to them. And we do have to find an answer to this Nile Spellbomb. So Saga goes up to 2 counters. Overgrown Tomb, Shock, and then just pass back. So yeah, they're just going to make Constructs now. So if I trigger this now, and then they just go Nile Spellbomb. So what I can do is Bolt Seagate, leave 1 mana up, Balustrade, mill everything. Now, but they don't have to pop the Nile Spellbomb immediately, right? So the problem is, like, if he tries to pop it in response, then I can Memory's Journey Oracle back on top. But if he doesn't try to pop it in response, All right, yeah, let's go for it. So bolt this in, untapped, cast Balustrade Spy, target ourselves. All right, all these triggers go off. Cracking Nile Spellbomb now. All right, so Memory's Journey. I need to put Oracle. Is this shuffle back in or is it put on top? Shuffle back in. So just Oracle and then, yeah, so just Oracle. Pay a green. So cast Memory's Journey. All right, so Oracle's in our deck. Then the Spellbomb resolves. We can't do anything else this turn anyway, so let's just F6 to the rest of the turn. They draw a card with Nile Spellbomb. Whole graveyard goes away. Then the chills finish resolving. Oh, do they not work? I thought it didn't matter how they get exiled. All right, so... And then Narcomoeba's not around anymore. Pass it back. They cookbook a Daredevil. Sure. Well, they have to have an answer to Oracle. Swamp Cycle the Troll. I think they specifically have to have LD here. Yeah, they have to be able to get rid of one of the Seagate restorations. All right, looks like they do not have an answer, and they've conceded the game, so we have gone 3-2 with Oops All Spells. So, coming back to the deck, obviously it's an enormous glass cannon, and there's very, very few cards that you can actually cut when you go to sideboarding, which is part of the reason that it's so difficult to sideboard with this deck. But overall, had a fun time, surprisingly. Get oopsed, opponent.